You are not on the side of the criminals. The criminals are behind that fence, are in government, and are in those institutions that back up this status quo. We stand here out of an eternal struggle for justice. The Palestinian struggle against colonialism from the late 1800s to today is the longest struggle in human history against colonialism. We assert clearly, not only in our communities, but including in our schools and our educational institutions. Our educational institutions claim to oppose racism. Zionism is racism. The core hypocrisy of Zionism is that you can somehow take what was a group of people, ethnically cleanse almost 1 million of those people, 750,000 people from Palestine, deny them the right to return, and somehow call yourself anti-racist. Somehow the British state thinks that it can, on one hand, exchange intelligence with the Israeli state. It can literally, when the Great March of Return was happening and Palestinians were trying to practice their right under UN Resolution 194, the British government sold components for sniper rifles to the Israeli army. Those components were used to target people in the knees. Today in Gaza, they refer to it as a city of amputees, because you have people that have had the bottoms from their knees downwards removed because of British components. When you look at the F-16s that Israel used to bomb media towers in Gaza in the recent period in May, you find in those F-16s BAE Systems components. You find in the F-35 BAE Systems components. This is one of the most subsidized organizations in British history. We do not need this. Where else have Elbit sold weapons to? They've also sold materials to the maritime forces to surveil people trying to come into the country. They've also sold weapons to the Indian army. Bear in mind there's hundreds of thousands of Indian soldiers in Kashmir occupying it and targeting Kashmiri people with Elbit Systems weapons. On top of that, you also have the building of the wall, not only in Palestine, but the building of the wall along the border between the United States and Mexico, which Elbit has gained billions of dollars from. We come out today as a community-enforced BDS to say absolutely clearly there is no home for this in Oldham. Not today and not ever. Thank you very much.
Put them up there. While we listen to tunes made by ignorant fools, Israel, look at you from delivering food. They bring in the troops and we won't even glimpse of the news. Make money off the products we are quick to consume. And this is not simply a question of different views. Forget emotions, this is facts. What I spit is the truth. It's not about if you're a Christian or if you're a Jew. It's just people living in different conditions to you. They still die when you run their schools, mosques and hospitals. It's not because of rockets, please God, can you stop this all? I'm not related to the strangers on the TV, but I relate, cause those strangers could have been me. Tell that killer Netanyahu he should feel fear. The old live through us, guarantee the children will care. Criminal, not invincible, and you know it's Armadoon. Still sitting in their stoic. May not feel us with you when you listen to our poems. You inspire humanity, your resistance is heroic. Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine! Long live Gaza! Long live Palestine! Long live Gaza! Long live Palestine! Long live Gaza! But they're calling me a terrorist, like they don't know who the terror is. When they put it on me, I tell them this. I'm all about peace and love. Peace and love! Now wave from side to side, now wave from side to side. Everybody wave from side to side, now wave from side to side, now wave from side to side. They're calling me a terrorist, like they don't know who the terror is. When they put it on me, I tell them this. I'm all about peace and love. It seems like the ragheads and raggies are worrying your dad when your dad's favorite food is curry and kebab. It's funny but it's sad how they make your mummy hungry with her backs while the weaker son and study all the facts. Tell me, what's was a bigger threat to human society. BAE systems are homemade. One nation in the world has over 1,000 military bases. They say it's religion, but clearly it isn't. Not just Muslims that oppose your imperialism. Was who got chapped as a Muslim. I didn't think so, was Castro a Muslim? I didn't think so, it's like the definition didn't ever exist. I guess it's all just depending who your nemesis is. Irrelevant how eloquent the rhetoric peddler is. They're telling fibs now, tell us who the terrorist is. Keep it absolutely abundantly clear that you cannot coexist in this community. You are making weapons that kill people that we perceive to be our siblings. We will not accept it. You're using these weapons to kill people in Kashmir. You're using these weapons to kill people in Gaza. We are one hand with them. It ends here. It stops here. Keep coming back every single week. You are on the right side of history. Thank you so much.
Brick by brick, wall by wall. Elbit factory's going too far. Elbit factory's going too far. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
After a few years, we kept them protesting, and then they put barbed wires on. And then after the barbed wires, they put new cameras on. And then after that, the police started to come every time we had a protest. After that, what they started to do, they boarded themselves up. They locked themselves in. When Elbit Systems purchased Ferranti in 2007, Ackerman, the CEO of Elbit Systems, he said the reason why we purchased Elbit Systems is because we want a better access to the UK market. Their better access is locking up every Tuesdays when we turn up, and we're going to lock Elbit Systems out of the United Kingdom. We're going to kick Elbit Systems out of Oldham.
So it's a young Israeli who is against Zionism, and he is seeking asylum in this country because of the fear of persecution by other Israelis if he is returned to Israel. And that is an important case for all of us, because we know that Israel is a Zionist and an apartheid country.
Look at the experience of Palestine Action over the last year. Estimated £15 million worth of damages to this war machine. You know how many convictions? 0. Because stopping war crimes is not a crime. So shut Elbit down. When I say Elbit, you say shut him down. Elbit, Elbit, Elbit. While we listen to tunes made by ignorant fools, Israel nothing Europe from delivering food. They bring in the tunes and we won't even glimpse of the truth. They make money off the products we are quick to consume, and this is not simply a question from their schools. Must and must go relate, cause those strangers couldn't be me. Words could never ever explain the war tragedy.
It's going to get cold, it's going to get windy. People are not going to turn up in Oldham on a cold, windy afternoon. But guess what? We're going to keep going, because I'm sure we can carry this on till Christmas. I'm sure we can carry this on till the new year. And we know we are being recognised, and we know Elbit knows we're here. Thank you.
Free, free. Palestine. Free, free. Palestine. Free, free. Palestine. What do you want? Freedom. When do you want it? Now. Free, free. Palestine. Free, free. Palestine.
Shut down Elbit! 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 Shut down Elbit!
The bombing of Gaza in what they called Pillar of Cloud, the attack of 8 days that killed 170 people, including 32 children. It's not just those who were killed, it's those left behind with amputations, those left behind still looking at the pictures of their children or their mothers or their fathers every single morning. And these are the crimes that are taking place. So we take our hats on and give them a big round of applause for breaking in and smashing up those weapons.
And I wanted to remind you that today is Kufr Qasam Day, a massacre which happened in a nation which parades itself as a place of democracy, freedom and justice. But let me ask you today, is cultural and ethnic cleansing justice? Is separate but equal democracy in action? Is controlled poverty guided by freedom and compassion? On that day, Israeli border police savaged and murdered Arab civilians, non-combatants, people like you or me, like your family and friends, returning home from work during a curfew which they knew nothing about. 48 people were killed, 6 were women, 23 were children aged 8 to 17. Is that fair? Let me ask you gathered here, can a state apparatus, not a religion or a faith or an ethnic group, can a state which claims to stand up for human rights be called so when it disregards them when it feels like it?
Right, go on. Legality, right?